So like if we're not including like your super popular Studio Ghibli movies, right? And if we're not including like your popcorn, like Dragon Ball Z and Pokemon.
Don't stop. Stop with the Dragon Ball Z popcorn anime. It's not popcorn anime. You haven't seen any of Dragon Ball Z. Stop.
It's the little things in life.
Hello, fellow weebs and otakus, to another episode of Anime Fix, where you get your fix for all things anime. I'm Chase.
I'm Lance.
Did I mess it up again? Why are you laughing?
No, I'm just what you were talking about right before you started the record button.
Oh, can you hear it now?
No, no.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about you saying you're drunk. I was laughing about
that. Well, it's not 7 a.m., so. What time is it, Lance?
It is 8:34 Eastern Standard Time.
And why is that?
Why is that? Because that's what time we're recording this.
This is fair. This is the makeup one.
So this, the makeup one that you said we were going to record middle of the week, and you didn't finish listening or watching the series.
Don't put this on me.
I was ready.
I wasn't. Okay, I was ready yesterday.
You mean this morning?
Yes, I was ready. I was ready this morning and yesterday.
No, and I overslept again this morning.
No, you didn't oversleep. You didn't oversleep. You just didn't get up.
Is that what you tell yourself?
That's how I make myself feel better. Yes, this is true.
I overslept.
But what are we talking about, Lance? What are we finally talking about?
We're finally talking about all of season 2, RE0.
I know, it's exciting. This is our first 3-parter. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But it's going to be worth it because RE0 is a fan favorite.
I like it a lot. It's probably, I want to say it's.
Don't say it's your favorite. You can't do that to Psycho-Pass.
I know it's not my favorite. I know it's not my favorite, but it's definitely top tier. Very good. Everything. Sort of from what the beginning of the show sort of implied it was going to be. How they sort of
what it implies going to be.
Well, like a basic isekai, adventure, happy-go-lucky, magical creatures
for the first 30 minutes.
Yeah. I think that was definitely what sold me on it the most. Is just kind of like it surprised me. They started off one way and then they went a completely different direction, and they sort of balanced those two very well.
And we were stuck in that cabin or that beginning part for so long.
Yeah.
I loved it.
So now that you finished, what do you think?
I was gonna say season 1 was better than season 2, but now that I've finished it, I kind of like season 2 a little more. Mostly because Subaru is not as whiny.
No, he's become pretty cool.
A little bit. I don't say cool, but he's colder.
He's definitely more likable. He's and you can tell as we're liking him more, the other characters are liking him more too. Even Ram.
Bro, I can't think of Ram without thinking about Rem, and I'm just so sad because when she showed up in the trial when she showed up at the tea party, right? For a little bit, but it wasn't really Rem. It was one of the other witches.
It was the witch of Lust or Love, I think.
Lust, I think.
Lust.
Yeah, but like
she used
Yeah, bro. I was like, don't do this to me. Don't do
Okay,
this to me.
so what did you think? Because if I remember, that witch said that she didn't intentionally pick
Yeah.
Rem to appear there.
Yeah.
It manifested based on what he was thinking about or what he was feeling, right?
Yeah.
Which makes me wonder, does he really love Mealy more than Rem? Or is he lying to himself because he's for so long said, Mealy, Mealy, Mealy?
No, he loves Mealy more, but he wants Rem to be okay, and he wants Rem to come back. So that's what he's been thinking about more, I think.
Okay.
That makes
Yeah.
sense to me anyways. I don't know.
I
It's
don't
my
know,
thought.
man. I think I would love it if
I think that's what you want. You're manifesting that you're manifesting Subaru to be that.
that he's secretly in love with Rem because that's what
I
I
wish.
want.
So there's a fan made what if storyline where he goes with Rem and marries her instead and forgets
Mhm.
about the whole thing. And they have 2 kids, and I want to read that.
I think it'd be a lot of fun. That'd be definitely the story we need.
Yes,
Like an alternate reality.
Yeah, ask all the questions you want, by the way, because I know you probably have a lot of questions you want to ask me.
So, okay. So, I don't know if I have a lot of questions. I just want to talk to you about it and kind of get your feelings on. So, like, how
I
did you
have
feel?
feelings.
He finally became a knight.
Yes, he's not whining about it this time.
Yeah. And which I thought was, it was kind of, it's definitely, I don't want to say a letdown because it wasn't. But it was, no, it was definitely a contrast from how it ended in season 1. How
Oh
it ended
yeah,
in season 2. Like season 1 had this like high octane. We're still in the heat of the battle, going on to the next adventure. And season 2, the way it ended,
was happy.
I guess when I say letdown, what I'm trying to say is it makes me feel like they were trying to tie up loose ends or try to create like an ending that if they didn't get renewed for a 3rd season or didn't have a 3rd
Yeah,
season, that oh well, it was a happy ending. Subaru got to be a knight. Mealy and him have a relationship.
Rem's still semi-dead.
But she's not missing, unlike
She's
some of
not
the other
missing.
people.
She's not missing. Wait, who's missing?
So the first so you know how in the whale, when we first got to see what the whale did to
Yeah.
how it consumed memories, like they just disappeared. That Rem was gone in that scenario.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, totally ceased to exist. In this scenario, still bad, but at least like he can see that she's there, right?
she's in
There's
a
still,
bed. She just
there's
can't
still a
talk or speak, or no one remembers her.
there's still a chance. There's still a chance that he can, because she's there, that he can try to reverse
Yeah,
it.
I think the manga's way farther out than the anime is, so I'm pretty sure that it's on a new arc. And by pretty sure I mean it is on a new arc.
Yes. Oh yeah, it's definitely on. What were your thoughts on? Oh God, I don't remember his name, but Frederica's little brother,
Garf.
Garf. Yeah. What did you think about
Garfield.
Garf?
Garfield. He's very wishy-washy, depending on what timeline he were in. But the last timeline, I liked him a lot because Subaru didn't egg him on.
that one scene where he's like Garf is getting up into his face and he goes like, "Go ahead, do what you gotta do."
Oh, where Garf's getting in. Oh no, when Subaru's getting in Garf's face or what?
So they were having a confrontation and Garf obviously could destroy Subaru. I mean, most anyone in this universe can destroy Subaru.
Yes.
But he did not care. He's like, "Go ahead." He had
Yeah.
the attitude of do what you want because I know
Yeah.
that this doesn't matter.
Yeah. I know.
Oh,
I'm going to this mansion and I ain't coming back. That's what I know.
Yeah.
No, I liked how he finally figured out how to get him on his side, and like I like that they actually had a showdown. Granted, after Rom completely wrecked him, he admitted about getting beat. But Subaru, I like how Subaru has actual powers now. He has the unseen hand.
No. It's not unseen hand. It's
What's it called?
shoot.
Oh, no, correct me, not know what it's called.
Oh no. Providence, the hand, something of Providence.
Providence Hand or something like that. I'm gonna call it Unseen Hand.
It's not Unseen Hand though. He gave it a new name.
Bro, what do you think about the flashbacks when Mealy was going through and like you saw Juice? I don't know, Betelgeuse.
Oh, Goose. Okay, so basically, let's call him Archbishop of Sloth because that's what he is.
Yeah, but Goose is his name, right? Juice,
Yes.
Goose.
Betelgeuse, I think. I just every time I look at it, I'm like, I want to say Beetlejuice. I know that's not what it is.
I know. It's not Beetlejuice.
Betelgeuse, I think.
Yeah.
RE0. I'm looking it up right now.
This is why I didn't want
it's Betelgeuse Romani Conti.
Goose.
Goose.
Yeah.
Yeah, Goose.
Riminaconte.
The
but yeah, like he was a big bad for the whole first season. He killed Subaru in so many different ways, in so many different timelines. And you find out he was a good guy.
Yeah,
he was a good guy.
He was a good guy. Now,
he was a really good guy. A really good guy.
A father figure to Mealy.
I know.
Which was definitely a twist I wasn't expecting. I actually when I saw the green hair, right when we had that flashback, I was like, no, is this? I was like, this can't be. Is this a reality where he wasn't a dick?
Yeah, but you can see how and why he goes crazy though. I'd probably go crazy with that too, man. To be honest with you,
he killed the love of his life because he thought it was somebody else. Yeah,
bro. Pandora, she can go to hell.
Oh, so yeah, this was something that was interesting. So
be right back. Be right back. Entertain our clients.
No, I'm not doing that.
You have to. I did it when you left that one podcast. I have to go wrangle my son because he got out of the room. Entertain him.
Okay, so the last several weeks, Chase has been struggling to get up. We try to record this at 7 a.m. on Sundays, and Chase has been struggling for the last several weeks to get up. And I've made him feel bad about it every single week. Obviously, the last two times these past two times I overslept, but what he doesn't know is there were several weeks where I overslept too, but I still got up before him, and I never told him that.
How'd it go? What'd you say?
I went fine.
What'd you say?
I just told, a little story. That's all.
A little story.
Yeah.
Well, I'll have to listen to what you said.
No, you can't do that.
I have to listen to what you said. I have to edit this, remember?
That's fine. All right.
I have to know if I need to pick the explicit button or not.
No, you're not gonna have to hit the explicit button, but it'll be funnier for me if you don't know what I said.
But I have to know what you said because I'm curious. Anyways, Continue your thought.
So what was it? No, so not only I forget what we were, but it was surprising to me that he was actually a good guy, father figure to Mealy. Went crazy because of he actually the power of the sloth witch, he wasn't compatible with it, which I thought was interesting. How you actually have to have a compatibility, otherwise
he wasn't compatible.
No.
What do you mean it wasn't compatible? He was able to use it.
He's able to use it, but it destroyed his body. Like, look at some of the other archbishops that we've seen so far of a particular sin, right?
You mean Superman? Remember that dude they were fighting, Superman? Goodness gracious.
So the Archbishop of Sin, or not Sin, of Greed, who you're talking about.
That's his name?
Well, that's his title. I don't remember his name. But like all the other archbishops are pretty much normal, right? They have, more power than, say, any of the other cult members. But they're still functioning, right? He was the only one that we've seen so far who could not function, who twisted his body, was sort of mad, lost, lack of focus, very excessively violent.
I thought that was because he's crazy.
It was a combination of him going crazy, but also that the power of the witch's sloth. Oh God, what is it called? Power of sloth. That witch's power that he was imbued with actually had a physical impact on his body.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I mean, they said it.
I didn't listen. I listen to things I want to hear, Lance.
I know. But what I remember what I was talking about before you left. There are actually two other witches that were talked about. Well, one witch that we met that actually isn't one of the 7 witches that we see at the tea party.
Who?
Pandora is one.
Pandora's not a real witch, though, right?
She is.
She's not a real witch. No, she's not
She
real.
is.
She's not part of the 7. She's not part of the 7.
She is a real witch.
But she's not part of the 7.
She has a different sin.
What sin is she? Vanity?
Vainglory.
Vainglory?
Yeah. So there's 2 other witches that aren't part of the 7. There's the Witch of Vainglory. And then, let's see here. I can't remember what the second one. But we haven't met that one yet.
Who's your favorite witch of the 7?
Greed. I said that last week. Yeah.
Oh, Echidna?
Yeah, Echidna.
Yep.
Whether that's by design or... Okay, so there's also the Warlock of Melancholy.
Oh, the Warlock?
Actually, I think we did meet him a little bit.
We did. Because they were preparing for him, remember? And he was... And, what's his face? Tried to stop him and couldn't do anything against him.
Yeah, got his ass kicked.
Yeah, what's his name? He's one of the main characters. Goodness gracious.
He's the the master of the mansion.
I know, what's his name?
Don't make me. Oh God!
I'm looking it up.
Okay.
Roswaal.
Yep. What did you think when you found out that Roswaal body wasn't the same Roswaal body from the original or the flashback that we saw? He's actually had several bodies since.
They're all of his descendants. Yeah, he just takes them over.
Oh, I thought that was.
Yeah. I thought it was really cool. When I read it, then I watched it. I always spoil things for myself. I don't know why.
That was kind of an interesting thing there that I learned. Also, did you follow on his motivations for why he was sort of just back? An
anti-villain.
Yeah. I missed it. That's what I was talking about last week when I said how I was like, I completely just missed
why he's doing the things he's doing.
Yeah, like I now know what his motivations are. I kind of, but I still like missed.
So he has that book that tells him exactly how it's supposed to play out, and if it deviates from that way, he starts over. So he's trying to bring Echidna back or trying to see Echidna again. And nothing's going to stop him. But it has to come back in the way that he's saying in the book.
But why, though? Why does it have to come back the way it says?
Because he wants to see Teacher again. He says that. Don't you listen, Lance?
Well, I know he wants to see Teacher again, but I guess the book, if the book was so, like... That's where my confusion was, is why does it have to be the path that is in the book? Like, the book tells a possible
that's the
future,
Gopsel.
not the...
No, I think Roswaal thinks that's the only future and the only way to bring her back.
Okay.
That makes sense in my mind, because if it's not happening that way, it's not going to happen.
Okay.
I don't know. And then what I didn't understand is why Betty, is that her name?
Yeah, the Betty works.
I suppose.
Yeah, I suppose.
That lady, why her book was empty. I don't know why her book was empty.
I felt like they...
Great, I'm trying to record a podcast. What are you doing? Quiet it down over there.
Don't talk to your son that way.
I'm just playing. He's so literally what he's doing right now. He's He's making random noises around this fan that he turns on and off, and it rotates. Literally, that's what he's doing. Here, look, watch, look at this. Can everybody hear that? We're just gonna act like we don't hear that. Keep going.
I think that they explained it. I don't remember. It was kind of douchey though how Echidna said to Betty that
What's her name?
The one who will come will be the one like to take you, basically replace her as the master of the library.
Yeah.
And end her contract.
Yeah.
And then we come to find out that she's like, oh, I figured somebody would come eventually. I just didn't know who.
So because she has no idea who it's gonna be.
Yeah.
Beatrice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
I thought was hilarious.
I mean, funny but douchey because I'm like, oh, come on, Echidna. I'm rooting for you, and you got to be a rude like that. So,
I think she is building character by that. For Beatrice, I didn't think Beatrice had. I didn't think Beatrice had that many emotions. Honestly, I was surprised of how many emotions she has.
Well, I would assume that because of her lifespan.
Can you hear that? It'd be a great podcast.
I would assume because of her lifespan, her perspective is probably so vastly different than, say, someone like Subaru. Because she has such a longer lifespan, she can. What rates as important enough to elicit an emotional response from her probably isn't as significant as the one that would elicit that from Subaru. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm gonna.
It's kind of like when you were a kid. When we were kids, what we thought was a big deal, and then we become adults, and we're like, that really wasn't a big deal. I was just being petty or emotional, or just didn't have the right perspective, right? And that's what I kind of would just how I would describe the relationship between Subaru and Betty. Beatrice. Is that her perspective of what's important is not at the same level as what's important to Subaru.
I would agree. And by the way, when I'm not talking, I'm going to mute my mic so you can't hear my other half yelling.
No, don't do that.
Fan. What do you mean I have to do it? They're not going to understand what you're saying when all they hear is fan. Don't unplug my computer.
It's all part of the fun.
Apparently fun is running around a fan in circles. Are you surprised of how many times he died this time? He didn't die that much as season 1.
No, I'm not, because he started to sort of he's paying attention. All right, he's like, okay, all right,
Just paid attention.
He's like, all right, dying repeatedly is not working. I need to be. Yep. It's a backup. It isn't the first strategy, or it's not the first. It's not the first solution. It's the backup solution.
Don't die on purpose.
Yeah. So I think that is kind of what's changed. He's paying attention. He's thinking through things. Because he knows how much time he has, he's taking more time to think through a problem, so that way he can try to approach it in a different solution. And then if he happens to die, he's like, okay, well then, it happened. At least I know I have that second chance, third chance, infinite chances. Did you feel the same way I did about the Witch of Envy when we met her?
That she is not that bad.
Yeah.
I mean, we met her before when she's trying to crush his heart when he's trying to tell someone.
Yeah,
his
but like we
powers.
never heard her. We never heard her. We actually didn't see her. We just saw like a spirit form,
Well, I
and we didn't
think
hear
she
her talk.
Yeah, so I don't think she seems that bad because she looks and talks exactly like Mealy. So I think that's hindering our perception of her.
So you think that's actually not how she looks? That she is manifesting as Mealy for the
No, no,
purposes of
that's how she looks, and that's why everyone is afraid of Mealy because she looks and talks exactly like her. But like us reacting to a bad version of Mealy, is not as bad as like a completely different person. If that makes
okay,
sense.
makes sense.
That's my thought process. I don't
No,
know.
no, no. That makes sense. I can accept that. I just when I heard how she talked about Subaru and I was like, I did this because I love you, right? Like, yeah, she's still a bad person. She's made tons of bad
But
decisions, but like in her mind, she's not like.
why does she love Subaru though? She's never really talked or like spent time with him or anything.
See, we don't know yet. If there's a reason, there has to
She's
be a
in love
reason.
with the idea of Subaru.
Okay, nobody's in love with the idea of Subaru until like maybe the last
Mealy is
five
because
episodes.
Mealy is in love with the idea of Subaru because there's no way she can spend that much time with that idiot and still be in love with him.
Maybe it's his devotion.
Devotion to dying?
Devotion to his people he cares about.
That's
His
fair.
willingness to go through horrible experiences to try and save them.
It's fair.
I mean, we heard Neely say like, why do you love me? Why do you care? Why are you doing all these things? Why are you
Yeah,
put
that
you
was so
through?
annoying. Like them in that temple or whatever, of them just
Yeah.
going back and forth for like 10 minutes of why do you love me? This is why I love you. No, you don't love me. Why do you love me? I'm like, Mealy, I swear, just take the compliment and go on with your life.
Wasn't it awesome how he finally just said like, listen, you're not perfect. Okay, you
Yeah.
you've screwed up this, that, and everything else in between.
Yeah.
And even despite how imperfect you are, I still love you, and here are the reasons why.
Yep. I
Which
like
I
that.
loved.
And I love that Roswaal wasn't expecting him to say that to Mealy. Remember when
Yeah,
Mealy was telling Roswaal that? I thought it was
yeah,
cool.
yeah. Because he was trying to say that Subaru is building you up to be something that you're not. And he's like, no, he's not. He told me exactly who I am. I'm choosing to do this because I know it's important. I know I need to, and I know I'm capable.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's true.
a lot of just really just twists and turns. Unlike the first season, which I really appreciated. Here's something that was confusing to me. I'm hoping you picked up on it. I did not get the sanctuary. Like I didn't get because we had that flashback where we see Echidna, Roswaal, Beatrice, and
Ryuzu.
Ryuzu,
Is that her
Ryuzi,
name? Ryuzi?
Ry- Clone Girl,
Yeah, her name is Ryuzu, right? Am I wrong?
Ryuzu. No, no, I think that's what it is.
I'm looking it up.
Yep, Ryuzu.
See, I was right. Look at me go.
I and they were like creating the sanctuary. I
Yeah.
didn't get why. Like I guess I like that was something that was lost on me is what the reason for the sanctuary was.
The sanctuary was to block out people trying to kill Echidna, I think, because that warlock dude was trying to go and fight Echidna, and that sanctuary blocks him from coming in or finding them.
But it traps mixed blood um, beings from this universe in there as well. They can't leave without their souls exiting their body. Like that's
I think so. I don't know.
just a side effect of the only way to keep the warlock out.
Maybe I don't know. But that's what I
Okay.
gathered because like they were trying to rush to finish the sanctuary when he was attacking, and it's like, oh, he's coming. You know what I mean?
Do we know why the warlock was trying to kill Echidna?
No, I don't know that.
And then my next question is: did you see a similarity between the warlock personality and Roswell's personality?
No, I did not. Did you?
Okay, there is a very slight in the dialogue, like how they, and it could have just been the same voice actor doing both characters, and that might have been, I didn't check that,
It's
but the
cheaper.
way that the way that they talked is vaguely similar, and it almost made me think that if Roswaal was like a derivative of that warlock or shared some of that his powers, kind of like how the archbishops have their own, unique power associated with their um, particular deity or their particular witch. I wondered if Roswaal had some sort of a relationship with the warlock.
I don't think so.
Okay,
Because
but yeah, that was just
it doesn't seem like he knew him when they were fighting, but he could just be eating dirt the whole time, so he didn't really talk.
okay. But yeah, that's what stuck out to me. So
Yeah. Overall, I think I like season 2 a little more than season 1. Mostly because of the last half of it. The last half of it I really liked. The beginning half I couldn't be more interested, or less interested. I don't know how to say that, but the only reason I like season 1, I think, on par, I would say, with the last half of season 2 is because of Rem. Because Rem's not really in this season.
Yeah, Rem is. I think that was something I was kind of let down on in season 2. Is I didn't want them to resolve it. You know how sometimes in TV shows how they in the first episode or two they resolve a problem. I didn't want that, but I would have thought that by the end of season 2 they would have found something, or because we met in season 1 we met the Archbishop of Greed and we met the Archbishop of Sloth, right? And they are, sorry, not Sloth. Was it Sloth?
Hunger, I think, or gluttony.
Gluttony. Yeah, it was the Archbishop. Yeah,
because he eats the memories and the names of everybody.
we met him, and so I'm like, and then they just didn't make it really another appearance,
Except for the flashback.
except for the flashback.
But it was only the greed dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was kind of disappointed that they didn't have some resolution, or at least indicate. Again, like I said, they ended season 2 kind of like they were like trying to tie it up in a bow.
Yeah.
If they didn't get renewed.
I don't think Rem's gonna come back for another like season or 2 seasons.
Don't say that.
I'm just letting you know. That's what I think is gonna happen.
So upsetting.
I was gonna ask you something. I forget what I was gonna ask you.
Oh, while you're thinking about that, I actually have interesting thing to tell you. So I was I was talking to one of my friends today. Found out she is watching her first anime.
Oh, really? Wait,
Yeah.
who?
So like, if we're not including like your super popular Studio Ghibli movies, right? And if we're not including like your popcorn, like Dragon Ball Z and Pokemon.
Don't stop. Stop with the Dragon Ball Z popcorn anime. It's not popcorn anime. You haven't seen any of Dragon Ball Z. Stop.
It's the little things in life.
You said that just to get a reaction out of me.
But anyway, yeah, if we're not talking about like your most common, things, her first anime is, what was it?
The one we seen.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Why would they pick that one to be the first anime? Have you seen any JoJo Bizarre Adventure?
Me? No, I haven't.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I'll tell you that right now.
So she said that there's something in season 5 that she's interested in, so that's why she started watching from season 1.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, so yeah, she's starting with JoJo's. I mean, come on. Is that any worse than my first real anime being Madoka Magica?
Madoka Magica is a way better anime than JoJo. That's going to get me a lot of hate. It's going to get me a lot of hate. But...
Oh, I think you froze. Oh no.
JoJo, you can't hear me?
You froze there, Chase. You froze.
No. Can you hear me though?
Yeah.
Okay, we're back.
So go back to why people are going to hate you about why JoJo isn't.
Because JoJo's fan base is huge. Everybody likes JoJo, but I think they like JoJo because it's fun to like JoJo because it's a bad anime.
Oh, is it kind of like it's so bad it's good type scenarios?
Exactly. It's like a cult classic.
Those still have their own little unique, like even though they're technically like think of like what's a
Okay, they're
uh
not that bad. It's like the Evil Dead like fan base. You know what I'm saying? Like, have you seen Army of Darkness?
yeah.
Army of Darkness is not a good movie, but people love it because it's a cult classic. Get it?
Okay. Yeah, okay,
I
I get
love
it.
Army of Darkness because it's so stupid. People love
Okay.
JoJo because it's so stupid.
I sure hope we don't get a lot of hate for that.
We will get a lot of hate for it, but it's fine.
I don't know. I don't have an opinion. 'Cause
I've
I
only
haven't
seen
seen
a couple episodes of JoJo, but I've seen a lot of clips of JoJo, and I'm sitting there like, why is this good? It's because it's not.
it. I told her though that she should be a guest on the podcast. Would you be willing? I mean, she didn't ask us to, but like since it's her current focus is JoJo, would you want
That's
to
so
watch like?
long.
Do you want to watch it like season one?
After the holiday,
Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
what's our gameplay?
Yeah, we're not doing seasons.
That's
RE0 will be our last full season that we're doing
took
until after the
3
holidays.
weeks to
Movies from here on out, and I got a few.
We picked the longest one too. I don't know why I picked it. Oh no, you picked it, right?
I picked it. Yeah,
Okay, I get to pick next one then.
that's true. You have beat me twice, and that was our deal. That if you beat me, you get to
Pick a
pick.
movie. Okay.
You have to pick a movie.
Yeah, it's gonna be a movie. You see that? You good? You okay? You're okay. Okay, good. You see that?
I didn't.
Look, watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Are you good? What are you doing? Can you explain what's happening, Lance?
He's pushing. So Chase's son is pushing the box against the wall, and then letting it fall and hit him in the face.
I don't know why. I keep asking if he's good. He said, "I'm good." Great. You good? Okay. 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 But yeah, I'm excited to. I'm not sure what I'm gonna pick. I'll figure it out by the end of this episode.
Do you need some help? Do you need some help picking?
Nope. I'm not. I'm not. Nope. I finally won. I'm gonna pick mine.
Hey, so did we say? I forget. Did we say when we're recording this right now? Oh yeah, we did. We did. It's Saturday at night.
Yeah.
Are we gonna record in the morning?
We are gonna record in the morning after we play games, and I will be up. I probably won't beat you, but I'll be up and ready at 7, like I have been the last 2 weeks.
Enjoy it.
I
Enjoy the
will
feeling.
enjoy it. And I'm gonna text you at 10 a.m. like I overslept. That's what's gonna happen.
Are we gonna release both these episodes tomorrow? You think? Or are we gonna? We talked about it. Or do you want to save? Do you want to post this one tomorrow and then save tomorrow's for the following week?
I don't know. It's gonna be real awkward if we say we're gonna post it tomorrow and actually wait and post it the following week.
I mean, listen. You said that you were going to post it later Sunday night, and you didn't post last week's until Tuesday.
Did I say Sunday or did I say afterwards?
Because
I say afterwards.
You said when I post this later tonight, and I said they're not going to know when later tonight is because they're not listening to it live. And you said when they listen to it
exactly later Tuesday night. That's what I said. Later Tuesday night. Oh man. Anything else you want to talk about? RE0, by the way, while I look up movies.
I don't think so. Yeah, I can't think of it. I hope when we go into a season 3 that we expand, because I really want to know. I guess what I'm curious about now is that Goose is technically was a good guy, but he was still in charge of the witches cult, and he was a founder too. I read that. It wasn't. I don't think it was mentioned in the.
Yeah, but there was.
The
It was mentioned in the show. Though. He was a founder, but there was like a good side. There's like a radical side, and there was a calm side, pretty much.
So the Archbishop of Greed that we meet, he runs the radical side, and Goose Judge Princess of Now Sloth, he runs the moderate side. But it makes me, if they're moderate, they're a witches cult, and the witches are evil, and technically, he's doing all these like outreach with the elves and reaching out to the, so it kind of just really was the witches cult one thing and then it got perverted into something else. Was it always bad and he just himself wasn't that bad? I think there are questions there about like where the witches cult came from, what their original objectives were, how they got changed over time.
Yeah.
Those are some of my questions. Because I think it's really weird that when we first meet them, they're like attacking the mansion and slaughtering everybody, right?
Yeah.
And then when we meet them in a flashback, they're bringing clothes and food to this community of elves and helping take care of them. I'm like that. And it's the same group that Goose ran originally, and he's running in the present when we first meet him. What changed? I get that he was corrupted, and that's what I'm wondering: if that's what changed, or did it just make it that much more worse? And it was always bad. I guess those are my questions.
Are you saying like he was already corrupted, or was
already... when he took in the power of the Witch of Slaw,
yeah,
he became corrupted, and when he killed the love of his life, he went crazy.
Okay, that's good.
And then from that point, we see when we meet the witches cult in the present, essentially, they're known for like doing these skirmishes where they're attacking villagers, slaughtering people, doing just horrible things. But when we meet them in the flashback, they're doing like outreach stuff.
Yeah.
Was this a unique scenario where they were just helping this one community? Is there a reason why they're helping the community?
And well, they kept saying, is it still sealed? So I don't know if they were only doing in that area because it's sealed. But like he seemed so normal and so helpful, so I don't think. Hey, you okay? Okay. So he seems so normal, though. I don't know.
Yeah, so that was where the Witch of Envy was sealed.
Was it the Witch of Envy? We don't know that if it was the Witch of Envy.
I read it
there. I hate you. I didn't know that. Thanks for ruining it. Werewolves. That's what he's running from. This is gonna be a great podcast episode. I'm just gonna title it "Hosted by Gray."
We are guests on our own podcast, and
we are guests on. This is very, very true. Don't drink from that. I'm looking for movies. I don't know, man. Nothing else you want to talk about, right? No, I don't need any help. I don't need any help. I'm looking though. Looking through I'm going through the 100 greatest anime movies of all time. The first 70, not that great, or we've already seen it. I bet the first, like the top 30 are all like Shinkai or Miyazaki films. Hey, well, there's no werewolves here, bud. There's no werewolves, bud. No, there's no werewolves. I'm trying to decide if I should just make you watch a Dragon Ball Z movie. There's a lot of good ones. But you don't know any of the characters, do you?
Don't.
Oh, what's the point?
That was something, what's the point of that? Now, we did talk about me going back and watching the first episode of Sailor Moon,
we did. Yeah.
Pokemon, and Dragon Ball Z, since those were kind of the original.
Yeah. I was thinking about making you watch Pokemon, the first movie, because that was like a really good movie for me, like when I was a kid.
Is that with me? Oh God,
with Mewtwo.
Mewtwo. That's with Mewtwo, right? I've seen it.
So like I used to rent that movie all the time when I was a kid at what's it called? Was it Movie Gallery? We have a movie gallery in like where I'm from. It was Family Video. Family Video. Yeah. I used to use my report card and only get that movie for like 5 years straight every Friday. I don't know why we just didn't buy the movie. But I used to get that movie, that one or the one with Entei and City Queen and all them and
It was
Zapdos.
so good. And it really kind of like Mewtwo just had such an unfortunate beginning and good end.
I know, but that was one of my favorite movies when growing up. Man, all these movies are so. Look, number one on the greatest 100 movies of all time. Guess what it is? It's easy to guess.
Your Name?
No,
Weather with You?
We have reviewed it.
Silent. Okay, so it's either
You can guess it really easy. If you think about all the movies we've done, which one has had the highest impact?
Highest impact? Silent Voice?
It's one of our best episodes.
One of our best episodes? Psychopath? No, I was kidding.
Not Psychopaths. It's not Psychopaths. Psychopaths wasn't even on the 100 animes.
Madoka Magica is a top performer. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Which one?
You know it. Come on. Come on.
I'm going to look it up right now.
Why are you going to look it up?
Because you know it. If it's not Silent Voice, Your Name,
you know it. You know it. Come on, you know it.
I'm looking it up right now. I'm
gonna keep saying you know it till you get it right.
It's a movie that we watched. Most popular.
We went most popular movies.
Akira?
Yeah, it was Akira.
Oh, I guess I didn't. I mean, okay, I guess it was okay.
What do you mean you guess it was okay?
The movie?
The movie was okay, but it had the most impact on modern anime.
I know. Yeah, because we talked about that. Like how amazing the animation was for a movie made in the 80s.
Yes.
I told somebody, by the way, that I was like, yeah, we talked about Akira. I was kind of like, it was okay. And they're like, what do you mean it was okay?
They really said that? What do you mean it was okay? Did it blow your mind?
No, I guess, I think I said it in that episode, but I'll just say it here again, is that when I'm watching like a dystopian future hit movie, I'm more interested in the technology and less in the dystopia. Right, and I felt like Akira was definitely weighted on the dystopia side versus the tech side, which is part of the reason why Psychopaths was such a kind of a palate cleanser and enjoyable for me, because there's a lot of emphasis on the technology of the time.
I want to make you watch Demon Slayer movie, Mugen Train, but you'll know nothing of what's going on.
That's okay.
That's not okay. You need to know the backstory. You've already watched Fireworks, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to watch that then.
Fireworks is okay.
Have you watched Sword Art Online Order No Scale?
No, I've only watched the arc that we talked about. So through Sword Art Online and Alfheim Online.
I can't make you watch DBZ or Dragon Ball Super Broly because you don't. You need to understand what a Super Saiyan is first.
I can make this easy for you. I can text you a suggestion and then you just say it as if you came up with it.
No, I'm not doing that. Nope, not doing it. Not doing it. Not doing it. Oh, they're yelling at us, by the way.
Well, we'll get there eventually.
We'll get there.
So what's happening is Chase's wife plays Among Us.
This is true.
Every Friday and Saturday night, and then
we already watched
and then yells at us to come play.
There's a movie of this.
What?
Violet Evergarden, the movie. We're me and Obs are watching it right now, and it's really good. I didn't know there's a movie. Let me see. If there's a movie, we're gonna watch it.
What's it called? Violent.
Violet Evergarden. You'd like it a lot, to be honest with you. Ooh, a 2020 movie. What's it about?
Oh, it's 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, dude.
Yeah, I know, bro. It's so good.
Let's do it.
Do you
I'm
have?
already sold. I see the somber blue eyes of whatever this character is, and I am invested.
But I don't know if we watch because I'm watching the anime right now, and it looks like the movie is just the version of the anime, just in movie form.
So
It's on Netflix now, actually. About 2 hours long.
let's do it, dude. Let's do it.
All right. What I'll do is I'll watch the movie and then I'll finish the series with Obs. See what difference about it. But if it goes anything like the actual anime, man, it's a tearjerker. I'll tell you that right now. It's so good.
I've been hankering for some crying time.
Nothing's gonna compare to the Shinkai films that you've already watched, though.
Oh, listen! We're not going to disrespect Shinkai. With assuming there's another.
You mean
movie there.
Miyazaki? I mean, because you think they're the same.
Yeah. I said it was a sin. I admitted it.
Hey, do you have Netflix on your phone?
Yeah.
Can you make sure the movie's on there first? Because I don't have it on my phone. Because I don't want to say we're gonna watch that and we start talking about, Tokyo Ghoul.
What our intro outro is that we haven't talked about once.
Oh yeah, I mean we're talking about it soon, so it's fine.
It's been so long. I don't know if I remember. I know you said just watch the
That's what recaps are for. That's what recaps are for.
That was kind of loud, dude.
Was it kind of loud? ASMR. Dragon Ball Z is not a popcorn anime. Psychopaths is a popcorn anime. There's no story in Psychopaths.
Yeah. First off, there is tons of story in Psychopaths. There is so much character development, all right, and they constantly expand over time. And if anything, Psychopaths is more obscure than Dragon Ball Z.
Kogami's not a real hero.
And not as popular.
Kogami is the worst character in Psychopaths.
You watch your mouth, all right? He is the best character.
I don't even know. If Kogi wasn't in the whole series, it still would have ended the same, just like Indiana Jones.
No.
Have you noticed that?
Impact.
Have you noticed that? The first Indiana Jones, if he wasn't in the movie, it would have ended up the same way.
Yeah.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, no matter what. Yeah, his involvement had no impact whatsoever.
Yep. Very true.
Yeah,
I learned that from Big Bang Theory. What?
Okay.
You didn't check?
Yeah, it's on there.
Sweet. The movie or the series?
Both.
Good. We're just gonna watch the movie. We don't have time for this.
Wait a minute. It's got the Netflix logo on the series. Is it like a Netflix, not original?
It is, yeah.
Oh.
They've been
There's
making
only
some
one
bangers.
season?
Hey, be careful up there. I said be careful. Don't just do the thing I said not to do.
It's only one season?
Oh, you good? Yes, it's only one season.
That's so upsetting.
What do you mean?
I don't even know anything. I don't know anything about it, but I feel like I'm really gonna like it. And
you're really gonna like it, man. I honestly really like it. I didn't think I was gonna like it, but it's really good.
As the world moves on from the war and technological advances bring changes to her life, Violet still hopes to see her lost commanding officer again.
Yep, the Major.
Oh, that's gonna be so good. I can't wait.
Alrighty. We'll end it there then, right? Unless you have anything else to say.
No, I don't think so.
Watch the recap, okay? Watch the recaps.
What are we talking about tomorrow?
Talking about Tokyo Ghoul. We're doing Tokyo Ghoul tomorrow. Because it's both that we've already seen. And we haven't done it, even though it is our intro and outro. Be careful. Goodness gracious.
All right, we're doing Tokyo Ghoul tomorrow. I'll watch
Tokyo Ghoul tomorrow. And then after that, we'll talk about Tokyo. We'll talk about it after tomorrow when we end. We'll be doing Violet Evergarden as well.
Okay, cool.
I might finish the series and then watch the movie, actually.
Okay.
I'll probably do that because we're almost done with the series. But yeah, we'll catch you guys tomorrow, even though you're going to hear it the same time or this one a week later. Who knows? It's all a surprise. It's like a carnival of fun.
I think we should just upload it back to back at the same time, and people like, what is going on?
Yeah, what's going on? Which one's first? All right, we'll catch you next time.
Bye.